Understanding Mother Stories podcast with Adeline Dubreuil. Your 10 minutes to talk about mothering and matrescence. Hello, Mama. I was going to skip this week because I'm on vacation mode and we just finished the celebrations for my daughter's birthday over the weekend. And then I realized that I had a couple of summer thoughts I wanted to share. Just a couple of subjects that I've been surrounded by and that I wanted to bring light on and also ask you how you feel about it. So please, once this is done, don't hesitate to come on Instagram and talk to me and with me about it. So first, I've been thinking about birthday parties. Of course, we have just been through a few days of birthday celebrations. And for these, there are days of some kind of organizing as well on top of the celebration day or days. Based on what I see around me and what I read online, including on social media, there seems to be so many opinions on how to do birthday parties for kids. It makes me smile because personally I have been to quite a few over my life, including my own birthday parties as a child. And also we have 2 children, so we have done a few of these already. I personally find that it's not about how much money you spend or how much time you spend prepping, because that might be different for each of us based on the family income and all the skills we have to make things ourselves versus have someone do it for us or have the party in a place where you have little to do. There are all kinds of types of birthday parties, and I'm not here to tell you what I like or not, because kids' birthday parties are not about what we want or what society dictates us. It should be about the people involved, aka your child, and you as the organizer of the celebration. So, if you like to do it all yourself, good for you. If you like to pay for a playroom where most of it is organized for you, good for you. If you like to have a clown come, whatever, it does not matter. And honestly, if people and society start caring too much, then it's about the pressure it feels to even have a celebration altogether. When I was a child, personally, birthday parties were simple. We would only invite the children that we were actually friends with and that we were playing with in and or out of school. There was no crazy busy parties with all the class being invited. And I loved how authentic it felt to be spending my celebration with my friends. Then at school, birthdays were also acknowledged, and so everyone could kind of wish happy birthday anyway. Then I entered the world of children parties all over again as I became a teacher and I could observe the process unfolding in my classroom. And then as I became a mom and my children attended parties, and as we also started having celebrations for our children. So, what I have gathered that seems to be more authentic is to have a couple of criteria to decide what kind of celebration you want to have. First, a birthday celebration has to be for your child. It needs to bring joy to your child so they know that they are loved and that their birth and existence on earth is important to the people who are present at their celebration. It needs to be about what your child likes and wants so they can feel special. If that's not the main criteria, then why would we have a party for it? Right? If the first thing is not about your child, beware that you're not falling in the trap of what it looks like for other people and people pleasing the people around you, which means you're doing it to please others and not the main person whose birthday it is. So that would be the first thing to look into. Then once you have established what it can look like from the first criteria, you go into what you, the organizer, can handle physically, emotionally, and of course financially. Honestly, that's all. If the pressure to do something that do not fit these 2 criteria, then who is deciding on what a child's birthday party should be like? School peers? No. Extended family or friends or community? No. As we mature into our motherhood, we can hopefully get away from that. I wish it for you to be as joyful and pleasant as it should be. It's a celebration of one's birth and life, not a financial or material and anxiety competition. So that was my first thought this summer. As we had a really simple pool garden party for my 7-year-old, I did dedicate time and cooking labor for it because I knew it meant something to her and it brought me joy as well. The rest, you shove it away, and the people who came were happy to be here. I believe, people seemed happy and they had a good time. We also had good times in many kinds of different birthday parties over the years, so there's no right or wrong. There's just care for these 2 criteria I talked about and then make your decision based on that. My other thinking of this summer month is happiness. What is happiness? I think this is a question we can chase our whole life, honestly. And as mothers who do a lot for our children, for our family and more, we might care for charities and or a career, the organization of the family, of work, of many things, and any other task that comes with the life we have. The definition of happiness might be very different. So there is no answer to that question, right? But one thing comes to mind when I read about happiness and all of these social content and books dedicated to it. Happiness is being chased by many who will never have it because this is not something you get. This is something you are or you have within you. Happiness is who you are. Life is always going to be a path of ups and downs. It's a journey during which we learn and grow, and sometimes the downs hurt a lot and it feels hard and we wonder, when will I be happy again? And that's a legitimate question, especially if you get hit by constant harsh challenges. That question is on your mind a lot. Also, I feel like it took me a few decades to understand that it's not about what others do for me or what happens. It's more about the way I see life. And it's also about the choices I get to make in my life. Because happiness is not about being happy and feeling joyful all the time. It's about finding joy and feelings of happiness in our daily life. I see a lot of people, and I was one of them for a very long time, always waiting for the next phase of their life to be easier, to feel better. So when you're a child, you want to be a teenager or a young adult because you think it's going to be better or easier. Then you want to find love. You might even want to find a partner, even, to make us feel happy. Then we want to create a family, have children, and we think it's going to make us happy. Then we wait for our child to grow to the next stage because it's hard, and we think that the next stage is going to be easier and it's going to make us happier. But really, there is no easy stage in life. There are moments of calm throughout storms, or storms throughout the calm, and it's all about how we live it and how we go through it. One constant I have experienced and that I see in studies, and I have studied this in a class I took a while back from Yale University in their psychology department. If I have one thing to get from that is stop, breathe, look at your daily life and habits, and be grateful. Happiness is actually a mindset. It's an outlook on our life. If it feels like the majority of it is not satisfying at all and we can't find anything to be grateful for, then it's time to make changes. And I know this can be scary. And change is not a guarantee it will work either. But really, I feel like it's worth the try. Most of all, let's not expect others, our parents, our partner, our children, to make us feel happy, because then you will never be happy. Happiness comes from within. It's in you. It's you. And it's not always easy, but this is something that I am pretty sure about. Thank you for listening to my summer thinking, and come tell me where you stand when it comes to your child's birthday celebration or when it comes to lifelong happiness. Until next time, Mama. Hey Mama, would you like to have some more clarity on the kind of mother you want to be? or you need help to get where you want to be, then go to omama.ca and grab my free journaling challenge. I will help you every single day get where you want to be.